of the questions I get a lot is, if I'm in an adult family home, will I have to move again? Of course, no one wants to move, and if you can avoid it, I highly recommend you not moving. It's very stressful for the person who has to orchestrate the move, and it's also stressful for the elderly person who has to move. In fact, the more confused and the more aged, the more stress. So the question is, will I have to move again, is a question you should ask that of the adult family home provider as you move in, or before you move in, excuse me, not as you move in, before you move in. And a good question might be, what circumstances would cause me to move out of your adult family home? What you want to do is you want to find out what the limitations of the care are. And you can only do that by speaking with the individual adult family home provider, and you need to realize that it's going to be different from every provider. So if you interview 5 different providers, you should ask that question of all of them, because all of them will have different care. So the type of things that typically come up are as follows: violent or difficult behavior. If you've got someone with dementia, highly confused, tries to leave the home all the time or climb out of the window, or if they're hitting caregivers, or if they're going into other people's bedrooms and, you know, try to crawl in bed with them, obviously these are problems that can come up, and these are often a circumstance where you may be asked to leave. It's not uncommon, so you do want to ask. At minimum, you want to know where you stand. Other problems are injections. Sometimes providers cannot provide injections. If the home is owned or operated by a licensed nurse or a registered nurse, chances are you'd be in a more workable situation. But in many cases, you cannot stay in an adult family home if you need injections. You'd have to go to a place where there is a skilled licensed person who can administer these injections. Let me see, other limitations of care. Yeah, again, that's just a good question to ask. What are the limitations of your care? One-on-one care is another good one. If a resident requires one-on-one care for safety, the adult family home is not really a setting where one-on-one care can be provided. In other words, if you're in your own home and you hire one caregiver, then you've got your parent and the one caregiver, so you've got one-on-one care. In an adult family home, we have 6 other clients, typically, or 6 clients total. So even if you have 2 caregivers, even 3 caregivers at one time in a home, that is still not going to be one-on-one care, which sometimes is necessary for the safety of a resident. If you enjoyed this information and you would like to receive 20 more free videos on the most frequently asked questions that people ask about adult family homes, and a copy of my ebook called Everything You Should Know About Adult Family Homes, please visit adultfamilyhomescentral.com/free.